it's time to spark it up, light the green and drop the facts. We talking bodies, fans, and buzzer beaters back to back. From the top rope, drama to the courtside plays. We break it down, baked in a cloudy haze. Timothy's the bear with the brain and the blood. B-Rad spitting stats, keep it real, not a dud. Jimmy Chan's got the mic and he's loud like a bell. When it's time to tag in, you know things go well. Hyper catchy, it's the Smoke Break Slam Cast, wild and raw. We talking top rope, you'll drop your jaw. Sponsored by the ink where the dark minds dwell. Black metal ink, comics raise some hell. Got a lucha mask on, got a spliff in hand. We dissecting every move from the indie to the brand. Sports take so fire, they'll melt your mind. And the kush so loud, it's a JBL spine. We're not just fans, we the high council of kicks. Where the pipe meets the mic and the power bomb sticks. So hit play, lean back, let the podcast hit. This the trio with the flame and we never quit. Timothy the Cannabis Bear, B-Rad, Jimmy Jam, and you. Welcome to the Smoke Break Slam Cast.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the session. I am the Ganja King, Timothy the Cannabis Band. Joining me today, Mr. Hotbox Hart, HB, and the original king of conspiracy, James. What's happening?
What's going on? We had a little bit of technical difficulty, but we seem to be back on track.
Yeah, so let's have out a good one for the folks this time. We had Night of Champions, and before that, we had SmackDown Night of Champions. I guess the championship matches that weren't gonna make it to Saudi.
That was a good show. I'll give it
Well,
that.
they did make it to Saudi, just not on the PLE, because SmackDown was in Riyadh too. So.
Oh, okay. So everybody went over then. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you were telling me on break when we were having our technical difficulties that you thought Jacob Fatu blew up in the match.
I think he looked a little blown up. His pants were fucking. He was fighting his outfit seemed like a little bit, but he did seem kind of blown up. He looked a little. There was a couple of times he had a couple of off steps. You know, maybe it could have been the excitement. It could have been it could have been jet lag. It just could have been, but he just seemed like he was kind of blown up a little bit,
Yeah. Okay. So to me, Jacob Fatu been over since he debuted in the WWE, but I wonder, when are we gonna have that tongue and overload? When are we gonna be tired of the Samoans?
About let's see.
Soon.
Last night.
Okay. She said last night. Would you care to elaborate? Go a little further?
Injured one's back. Hikuleo's in there now, or Taller Tonga, whatever they call it.
Taller Tonga.
One half. He talking about one half of Gorillas of Destiny, ladies and gentlemen. One half of what is widely considered the best tag team in wrestling.
Now let me put a PSA out there on this. What I am referencing is purely what WWE has gave us, not what they did before, prior, or up to coming to WWE.
Hey, on a side note, do you think WWE should take up that name, the Gorillas of Destiny, with that whole God, that God moniker?
Man, tell me that ain't a hard name though. And if you New Japan, hell no, they can't pick that up. You still selling them T-shirts, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so.
But yeah, I'm not impressed with the Tongas.
That's good.
I'm not impressed with Hikuleo. JC Mateo was great when he jumped out the crowd, but they've watered his ass the fuck down. And quite honestly, none of them are fun to watch.
As long as he has no more missteps, and he's not trying to do a nut shot and misses by what was it, a foot and a half? I mean, he was clearly, and then he
clearly didn't want to be down by nobody nuts, and I can't blame him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then there was another one that he slipped and he fell and totally fucked up some shit. Yeah, he just needed to be like we were talking during our little technical difficulty. He needed to be tightened up a bit, So let's see if he can. If he's better,
I still don't think it's going to matter when they're watering them down as much as they are, because there was nothing impressive or entertaining about any of it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think
they can make.
I think I'm about
style
I
chicken
think
shit.
I think I'm about tired of the Black Line storyline and their cousins. Right about now, like Rikishi. If you hear this, yeah, we'll take the rant. You can rant on us. We want the views. I'm tired of that shit. From the Yeats all the way down to the yeah, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. You
Yeah,
need to
I
take
tend
6 months off and yeah.
I only get tired of the Yeats because when he gets in the crowd and grabs somebody's baby or somebody's kid, and he's holding on to him and he's fucking
Hey,
yeeting,
hey,
you
he
know, the kids
goddamn selling them t-shirts.
are,
Look, he's selling the shit out of them t-shirts right there.
yeah,
Look.
how long until one of them kids falls or gets hurt or he's got
Oh,
like a
hey,
young toddler and they're getting
listen,
whiplash
listen,
or something.
listen. AEW just had an employee sue them for like 25 grand because of some
Speaking of which,
injury shit with
what's his
John
name?
Mox. If
Not Rick
you
Flair.
drop some, if you drop somebody's baby, oh boy, I'ma own the WWE. I'ma own TKO.
On
Shit.
TKO. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going after the whole jugular, buddy. I'm cutting your vein. Nobody wants you to do that, no way.
Yep. I'm gonna own UFC, WWE, fucking slap a hoe, fucking bare
Yeah,
knuckle
yeah,
fight,
yeah. I'm gonna be the one that took
whatever
that
they
three.
fucking got.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be the one that took that $3 billion loss. I'm being that motherfucker like you fired, gotta get my money back. Look,
You show up
first
to this
person. Hey,
event this week I got at a friend's house.
if I did on TKO, the first person I would fire would be Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, yeah. I can't. Yeah. Okay. That I didn't think you were gonna say that, but yeah, I'm down with that. Like
No,
that's
no, no. I mean, if you really lost $3 billion, right? You going after that 15 million you gave Roman Reigns, or that 60 million you gave The Rock? I'd rather have the 60 back.
yeah. What's The Rock done for you? Or not you, but
Yeah,
he
the
doesn't do
library
anything.
is
I don't
great.
feel like
The
he's a
Rock,
needle
the Rock.
mover.
Yeah, yeah. You put him on a per appearance deal. You know what I mean? Give him that nice Legends deal. But yeah, I wouldn't want to do that other shit. That's
Yep,
just me.
I'd put him on the same deal that he's on with just putting him on,
And
like an Undertaker kind of deal.
if you knew
Hmm.
you had already lost $3 billion, why buy AAA? Why buy AAA?
Well, AAA, I think, is a good. I think it's a good thing to have their hands in. Uh, it gives them a little bit more diversity because WWE has always liked to use, the lucha style. Triple H has been a big fan of the lucha style wrestling. Him and Eddie Guerrero had like a really good relationship. When Eddie got like sober and everything, it was Triple H that got him back in the WWE, back on everybody's good graces. And I I think it's an okay thing. It's great for NXT. I think it's good for TNA, even though WWE won't say that they own TNA, but
They do
maybe
not
TNA can
own.
get like 4 or 5 people that are
Okay,
worth the shit that aren't
late, late,
watched
ladies and
finished.
gentlemen, we like to put out real information. TNA is owned by Anthem Sports. They're ran by Ross Foreman, and they did sign a 5-year deal to partner up because the WWE didn't want to get hit with another monopoly lawsuit like they got hit with MLW. So
Yeah.
that's what that was. But I do think that they are positioning themselves to buy TNA if Anthem ever wants to sell. If Anthem ever sell, that'll be dumb as hell.
Well,
You
I
do,
think that they're testing the waters with having an NXT WWE guy being their champion.
oh man, that's the stupidest shit. And I know people gonna say they getting millions of views. You can't be getting millions of views on the CW. I don't give a fuck what you say. First
I
of
think
all, they
you're
on
getting
this.
millions of
They
views.
on this.
Can't believe what the hell they're seeing and reading. But
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see where it goes. Give it a year or two.
Hey,
I mean,
if you
it's in
hold
its
on, hold on,
infancy right
hold on,
now.
hold on. You brought up you brought up something. You said that they are testing the water. If you Tony Khan and Impact goes up for sale, don't you just say fuck WWE? I'm gonna own this property. It's gonna be mine. This library, these wrestlers, all this shit gonna be mine.
With one
And I'll tell you right off the bat, even though y'all might not know who he is, Moose would be amazing in the Hurt business. Shit.
Absolutely. Okay, so I would say I would like to see Tony Khan go for TNA on one condition. Tony Khan is not the motherfucker behind creative. Period.
Well, shit, you seen TNA creative lately? Yeah, it's not much different.
You
It's
see
really,
AEW?
yeah, they
Better
both suck.
than AEW.
Hey, Dynamite had a killer moment this last week.
Yeah.
Who I'm gonna feel? Who I'm gonna kill? They said.
No, not that kind of killer moment. No, Dynamite
Shoot.
was great because you had Briscoe out there talking shit to MJF and his kosher
Oh.
little pickle. Come on, now
Okay,
tell me
okay.
that shit
So,
wasn't gold.
so that was the only moment
That was
for
the best
AEW
moment.
fans. For all the AEW fans, there's your moment of your show. Because yeah,
There's your
the Hurt
15
business. Okay. Y'all gonna say I'm wrong, but I want to speed up this MJF in the Hurt business storyline because it's taken away from Bobby Lashley.
Bobby
I
Lashley
don't.
does need to be front and center of WWE, or
Hey,
sorry, AEW. Ooh, shoot,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I almost fucked up.
Oh no, you were right. He should have been front and center of the WWE. They fucked up too. Look.
Hey, for real. I mean, when Brock Lesnar stepped away, who's the next biggest motherfucker? He's built like, I
No,
mean,
no,
him
no.
and
Rick
fucking
Hey,
Shithouse.
dude, him
former,
and
former, former
Lesnar.
Bellator world champion, undefeated Bobby Lashley, ladies and gentlemen, in more than 60 fights, and he did it without steroids.
He had a
I'm
better
just
record
saying.
than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but Brock Lesnar was in
Bobby
WWE.
Lashley, if I'm not
That's the
mistaken,
only
at one
argument
point
you'll
made a
get.
challenge to Brock and said he wanted to have a
Well,
Yes, that did happen.
and
Brock
they
Lesnar would never have a shoot fight with Bobby Lashley. Brock Lesnar would never have a
he would get
shoot
home.
fight
Brock would
with
get
Bobby
home.
Lashley.
To me, that's a dream match right there. That's a dream match. If somebody, I tell you what, if that could still happen,
Oh,
that could still
That'll
happen.
never happen.
Yes, it can.
congrats!
Brock Lesnar not
I
under the
didn't say it
WWE.
couldn't. I said it'd never happen.
Enough money, man. Enough money. One of the Saudis. Hey, anybody over there in Saudi Arabia that's got like
If
a few dollars to happen, I would pay for a ticket.
if I'm Tony Khan, Bobby Lashley retires in AEW, and if I'm Triple H, Brock Lesnar's on at least a Legends deal, never to go nowhere.
Man, Brock Lesnar ain't gonna make it on shit after. I mean, this PP stuff. I don't know, man.
Man,
Alleged
Well,
PP stuff.
well, the PP stuff gonna go away in a little while.
it don't matter anyway.
It don't.
Yeah. Well, our
I think
yeah,
Vince should have gave her $3 million, man. This whole thing would have been
I
avoided
think he
had
should
you
have
just
gave her
paid
$5
the
or
delay.
$6 million and said, "Here you go. You really ain't talking."
No,
But
I'm just
then
saying
again,
he
then
had it.
again, I
Vince,
still think that he needs to get his comeuppance. So just let's
Vince
speed this.
had
Let's get
an
it over with.
NDA in place with this young lady for $3 million. He gave her $1 million. All he had to do was give her $2 more million, and me and you wouldn't even be talking about him right now. Brock
Mhm.
Lesnar could have been on TV, could have been a Paul Heyman guy alongside Seth Rollins and them other two, and yeah, all that could have been going down. But an old man in Stanford decided he wanted to keep $2 million when he got a
Makes no sense to me, none whatsoever.
How do rich people stay rich? By not spending money.
Yeah, that's true.
We lost his audio.
Son of a gun. Pardon us, ladies and gentlemen. We have a
Technical difficulty coming
he
in.
appears to be muted somehow.
He muted himself.
Oh, you've muted yourself. There you go.
Oh,
Oh,
back
and
to mute.
to mute.
Oh, wait, what? Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
There you go. Now we can hear you, I think.
Okay. Shit, I was rolling the joint. I don't even know how that happened, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
But
okay.
yeah, if Vince would have just spent that little bit of money, you know, Brock Lesnar would have still been able to be on TV. Tell me you wouldn't want to see one more John Cena Brock Lesnar match on the way out the door.
would love it.
Boy, that would be good. That would be good.
Yeah, see, you know, I ain't trying to be funny. I can book this shit in my sleep. This is wrestling in creative terms is ABC. It's only so much you can do. You can't treat them like real action figures, Tony. You don't supposed to let them crash through tables every Sunday and every Saturday and every Monday and every Tuesday,
Don't forget
Wednesday.
about Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you wind up looking like Kenny Omega, goddamn, and walking like Kota Ibushi and shit. Like, come on, man.
He walks like a fucking potato.
We will
Hey,
walk.
the Stone Pitbull, man, the Stone Pitbull Ishii, he walked worse than it all on. Now, watch
Yeah,
him when he
God,
when he
Lord,
comes to the ring.
he walks
Yeah,
like
like Strong Style kicked his ass. He walked like Strong Style kicked his ass.
I've seen 80-year-old men push the walker aside and walk smoother than that. I mean,
Damn.
he just kind of I think he just kind of like starts this wobble thing, and once he starts doing it, he just kind of works with gravity, just kind of
Yeah. Okay, so outside out, outside of John Cena, anything else happen on either Friday or night? I'm cheering them shits like they the same. Either Friday or Night of Champions.
Julia won the
That
championship, and congratulations, Julia. It'll be interesting to see how quick that rocket they're gonna strap to her.
uh
Up.
when she came over from New Japan, right? When she came over from Japan,
Yeah, and
she's
then she went.
already a
She was
hold
already
on,
a mess.
she's already a Mexican superstar who had already crossed over in Japan. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when she signed that WWE contract, the Rocket was already yeah the Rocket was already strapped to her back. We just didn't see it.
That's true. That's true.
And no disrespect, man, Zelina Vega would be an amazing manager. An
Yeah.
amazing manager. I hate her as a wrestler, man. Not because she can't go, but just because it would fit better as with her alongside a heel Andrade and maybe your MLW. No,
You
your
brought it.
Triple A tag,
What's
your
so great
Triple A
about
tag.
Andrade?
I think she would be a good manager for Dominic Damian Priest.
Okay. So let be real. Let's chop it up like that, Brad. I like what you did. You said
What's so
what's
great
so
about
good.
Andrade? And I'm talking
What's
about
so
WG, what they've been showing.
Andrade is
what's so
your Mexican or your Lucha John Cena, your Mexican John Cena.
Yeah, but the last three matches I've seen
he's
him
your modern
botch
Eddie
shit,
Guerrero.
miss shit, and fuck shit up.
He's what's that, Tim?
West Andrade in a real wrestling match is better than Dom. It's better than Damian Priest. It is better than 60% of the luchas that are in wrestling. Period.
Okay, but again, like I said, the last three matches I've seen him in, he's missed shit, botched shit, and
Mm-hmm,
fucked shit up.
mm-hmm.
That's
You know,
good.
When
okay.
do we send him
Sometimes,
down to get his shit back together?
sometimes,
Because
no. We don't send him down. You sometimes when you get a great
or take
star, you
him
have
off
to
the
get a
TV for a
hold
little
on.
bit.
Sometimes when you get a great star, you have to let that star be a star. And Andrade is they want him to be a babyface doing all that lucha shit. He is a heel, and he do lucha heel shit better than anybody. Better than anybody. That's your problem. The problem is the guys in the back cooking the meals. got everything on the chessboard out of whack, thinking we can cook a good meal this way. No, you got to line them pieces up correctly. He's not a babyface. He's going to get over as a heel. If you give him Selena Vega to talk for him, if you give him the rest of Santos Escobar and them other two cats, that's your Mexican faction. And then you can turn Rey Mysterio heel and have the whole LWO. Now you got a little lucha invasion. But I just thought of that sitting right here smoking weed with y'all. I'm just saying. See, ladies and gentlemen,
Rey Mysterio and Selena Vega as managers. Selena Vega every now to step in if there's a female involved. No.
Right now, Rey Mysterio is younger than Hulk Hogan was when he had his NWO run. Right now, Rey Mysterio is in better shape than Hulk Hogan when he had his NWO run. What I would tell Rey is, no more lucha. No more lucha. All I want you to do is 1985 Ric Flair. Same shit John Cena doing. Hit him with the 619 and the big splash, and that's it.
The 619 big splash is the equivalent to the Ric Flair up and over the top rope. You know,
the figure four, yeah.
Clothesline.
So yeah, I had Rey Mysterio and cheating like a motherfucker. He'll be going through the matches, he'll be cheating like hell. He'll be doing a little low drop kick to the knees, then he'll hit you in the nuts.
Like the Eddie Guerrero live cheat and steal.
Exactly.
So we're gonna lie, cheat and steal. I missed that fucking when him and Eddie were doing that shit, that was some and Chavo. That was
you gotta think, right? Imagine something we ain't never seen was the heel Rey Mysterio. Now you get Dom back, right? Now you get your son back. But imagine if Damian Priest was your heavy. If you were gonna book it like Rey Mysterio with Shawn Michaels, you would give him Damian Priest.
Oh, the bisexual Undertaker.
What the fuck? Come on, man. God damn.
Sorry, that's I don't know.
Oh man, that's hashtag. God. Okay. It is. So anything else on the show that moved you guys? God damn, that moved you guys?
That isn't the Cena Punk stuff.
That was a pretty good fucking promo. I'm gonna say probably.
Yeah. Well, we got to bring it up just because it kind of matters. Cody's King of the Ring, and Jade is Queen of the Ring.
Well, it matters because they will be facing, of course, Cody, John Cena, and Jade. Who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows?
Tiffy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Tiffy Time won the last woman standing match.
Yeah, but if you notice, Naomi, nobody cashed in. If you notice,
I noticed.
We had some near cash ins and shit, and Charles Robinson took an amazing bump, ladies and gentlemen. God,
that was a hell of a bump, like
dude.
Hey man, Charles Robinson got to be in his 60s, man.
63.
63-year-old Charles Robinson took a fucking shoulder block from not the shoulder block, but the.
Might as well, man. He fucking shoulder check hockey style, bro.
Yeah, he football tackled his ass, man. I'm talking about Charles is running down, ladies and gentlemen. They about to cash in, and John just out of nowhere, boom, semi trucks this motherfucker. You see Paul Charles Robinson froze in the air flying. He just stuck like. Look, he really, he knocked Charles Robinson back in the Lil Nate. He hit Charles Robinson so hard.
He fucking took a bump.
Now he knocked him back in the Lil Nate. Charles Robinson woke up. They asked him, "You know where you at?" Yeah, I'm Lil Nate. It's 1998. Nah,
He was jet flying, limousine.
Yeah, shit. After that, right now, what a bump, Charles
You
Robinson.
think that was a nod to that gentleman that's suing AEW for Moxley fucking shoving him down, messing him all up?
Hey, how stupid do you gotta be if you John Mox? You going through the crowd.
It's
Yeah.
John
You
Moxley.
decide you gonna tell an employee, hey, on my way down, I'm gonna make you famous. I'm gonna beat you up. Yeah, and you fucked me up, man. You didn't, and then AEW, how the fuck you got this much money and you that cheap? Pay the guy medical bills. Let the guy
25 grand.
rehab where the fuck he want him. And your dumbass world champion cost you some money. It won't be the last time.
When's the last time you saw that championship on fucking TV? Anywho, we're getting
Yeah. It's been
that's
it's
later
been
down
about
the road.
it's
But
been
yeah,
about 2 years.
that segment on SmackDown with Cena and Punk. I didn't know Punk had that in him. That was
Hey, somebody wrote that. Somebody wrote that.
Yeah, but it was still entertaining.
It was
Friday
good.
night.
It was
Friday
good.
night.
Yeah.
Dr. Thugonomics come out. Oh my god, dude! I
Punkonomics.
was
Doctor of Punkonomics. Punkonomics.
no. He took the Doctor of Thugonomics and the World Life and did his own
Yes.
little fucking reverb on it. That's all that was. But it was fucking funny as shit and fucking entertaining as fuck.
Okay. So he won Friday night and John won Saturday night or Saturday morning.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That was a sloppy ending. They could have done better on
Hey,
that.
They opened the show with Randy Orton and Cody, so that's how I knew it was gonna be a big show. They opened with the boys.
And that was
Yep.
that was a all right.
That was
match.
a good. That was good. I like the subtle hints of Cody. You know, the heel turn of Cody. I like those subtle hints.
Yeah. I think we saw two subtle hints here. I think maybe, just maybe, a new version of Legacy might form. I think both Cody and Randy may be about to turn heel.
Oh, I would love to see Legacy again.
And go as
I saw Randy about to kick the shit out of Cody. And I saw Cody do some questionable shit. I'm wondering if we ain't just seeing a slow double turn.
Yeah, because when Cody had him wrapped around the ring post on the outside, was wrenching on Orton's back. You know, even the crowd booed that shit. Even I was like, "Ooh, Cody, that's kind of a heel thing to do." You know, taking advantage of somebody, you know, your opponent's back
Your
like that.
mentor. That's your mentor.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, like
Nobody meant more to Cody Rhodes' on-screen career than Randy Orton. Not even Dusty Rhodes. Legacy made.
Then Randy Orton pulling back from, you know, punting him the first time. And yeah, so that was a pretty interesting couple of hints there. I didn't think about the legacy thing, and they did mention that on commentating.
Oh yeah, they were talking about DiBiase and all that too.
Well, he going to jail. We ain't got to touch. Well, we can touch on. Yeah, he down in Mississippi. He down in Mississippi. Him, his daddy, and Brett Favre, them done some fuck shit. So you know, I guess fuck you other show. Go to the DiBiases and Brett Favre. So fuck y'all. Yeah, whatever.
What about what was his name? Kevin Hart? No, that's not it. No,
fuck him too. I'm not a Kevin Hart fan, by the way. So fuck him too.
There was dang it, there was another member of the Hart, or well, at least their last name was Hart. But they were in WWE there for a short period of time.
You talking about Teddy Hart?
Teddy Hart, yeah, thank you.
Oh, but Teddy Hart is a real bumblefuck, cuz. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny. Go read the documentary he did on himself. Teddy Hart Teddy Hart is suspected of murdering his girlfriend, long-term nigga and girlfriend, and does deserve a fuck you. So fuck you to Teddy Hart. You single-handedly besmirched one of the greatest families in wrestling, and you, sir, are just a piece of shit as a human being and as a wrestler and any other whatever you want to consider yourself. So yeah. Hey, but go check out his weird ass
Anybody else say
documentary.
fuck you too?
Well, fuck that guy, son of a bitch. Wow, never mind. Yeah, that's a legacy, all right. Not a good one.
Hey, but now go check out the doc. Hey, this motherfucker did his own documentary and
And he still didn't get the facts right.
Unbelievable.
I don't understand how hey, you want to do conspiracy. I don't understand how Teddy Hart isn't in jail. So Conspiracy King, I gave you something you can dive into. It's real interesting. And last time I seen the documentary, it was on Amazon Prime streaming for free.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna Wikipedia him right quick here while we're moving on to the
Yeah.
next subject.
No, because you're gonna want to come back to Teddy. So we'll pause for a quick Wikipedia, ladies and gentlemen, and yeah, Teddy motherfucking Hart.
He
Check
kind
this.
of looks like a fucking Timu Lance
He does
Storm.
look like a Team Lance Storm.
Hey man, he had this match with Samoa Joe. I know you guys heard Corny talking about the puke match.
2014. What's up? What Corey
Yeah, he had
talking
this
about?
match. This weird motherfucker had a match with Samoa Joe, I think it was, and he kept doing these moonsaults until he started puking in the ring. See, he's a drunk junkie. I would say alleged, but it's in his documentary, so fuck.
Possession of a Schedule 3 controlled substance with intent to distribute. That was in 2020. Oh, that's like right during COVID. Like, way to go. March of 2020, so really beginning. He was arrested in Virginia for violating conditions of his bail and not staying under house arrest. March 26th, he was arrested for a third time, allegedly assaulting his girlfriend. Way to go. Oh, he pulled a gun. That's good. And cops arrested him, resulting in wounding bodily harm. Oh, Lord. What the hell else?
Does it tell you about the? Well, does it tell you about the documentary?
Let's see, October. He was
Charged with injuring a disabled person,
Yes.
evading arrest, and being in possession of a controlled. What a worthless piece of
He
fucking
was arrested
trash.
again on the
Hey,
same
hey.
charges on
But no,
February 16th,
again,
2021.
again, I bring that piece of shit up because there is a family with a missing daughter who was last seen living with Teddy motherfucking Hart. So I am of the belief that Teddy Hart did something to that young lady, and her people deserve justice. And just by those quick little 2020s, y'all see what kind of person Teddy is. But as you dig deeper, you gonna find a little more. I told you it's a documentary. I hate to plug this fuck nigga too. There's a documentary. Hey, bleep that part. There's a documentary on
Dangerous breed.
who? What it is?
Sorry, Prime Video right here.
Uh,
Yeah. He a cat. Hey, just like Natalia like cats, he a cat guy too. That's something in their family. They like cats. I don't know what it is.
Peacock, is it? Dangerous.
He's a quote unquote wrestling trainer. Please don't go nowhere and get trained by this piece of shit, ladies and gentlemen.
He's also a cat breeder. What a fucking see now I hate him. I love cats. I recently just had my cat pass away, so yeah, fuck this guy. Fucking right in his goddamn rat hole, piece of shit mother.
I just recently got my cat back.
Jesus Christ! I hope while you're in prison you get fucking ass raped and everything.
Well, I don't think he's in prison though, is he?
Well, I don't know. Fuck this guy. He needs to be. If he's this much of a scumbag, he should be. Oh, okay.
Hey, but yeah, when you watch the documentary, I think there is some Persian cats or some shit like that he trying to breed and sell.
That shit. All right, so I'm gonna have to add this to my
watch list.
Yeah.
But yeah, Peacock original, dangerous breed, crime, cons, cats.
Yeah. That's your boy. That's your boy.
Fuck this guy. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hey, check this out. This is what I know. It's a lot of human beings in wrestling that has besmirched the profession and also society. Buford Pusser, uh, and Teddy Hart, to name a few, or just two. But man, yeah, that's some wild shit. Huh?
That is beyond wild.
I mean, Teddy Hart's a murderer. In my opinion, I ain't gonna say a legend. I'm gonna say in my opinion. I watch your docu, bro. So I came to my own conclusion. That's just my opinion. You are a alleged murderer. I believe you did it. I also believe Buford Pusser killed at least 5 people, which makes him a serial killer down there in Tennessee. Shit. But I also believe there's a guy down in Tennessee nicknamed Towhead. He was a serial killer, and Buford killed him. So, sometimes you find that type shit.
You say his name was Towhead?
Yeah, his name was
Yeah.
Towhead White.
That is awesome.
Buford gave him a headshot, ladies and gentlemen. Buford gave his wife a headshot, ladies and gentlemen. Buford gave the lady who ran, I forgot the name of the club, but he came in her house and gave her a headshot. He gave everybody a headshot. Buford was a killer.
He was all about giving everybody head. What a fucking piece of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hit him with that
so
blue
yeah,
steel.
Giggity, giggity.
if you really want to dig into the Buford Pusser story, please check out the other story about Buford Pusser. It gives you great detail, and he has released some new content, so I jumped back in.
What'd
Uh,
you think of the Night of Champions PLE?
Overall, I gave SmackDown and Night of Champions an A. I ain't gonna give you no A plus. It was an A.
You're giving both shows like a combined thing?
Yeah, I'm giving both shows an A. I'm combining it because they had so many championship matches. It was just over.
Well, they're
It
going to
really
that
ran 2 nights.
just like SummerSlam's going to be a 2-night thing too.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I would say overall, yeah, oh boy, I don't want to catch slack, but I'm gonna say I was gonna give it a 7.5 because the
All
one
right.
women's
Okay.
match, the one's women match wasn't I don't know, it was just very you could tell it was very choreographed, very, performed. It was
Oh,
safe.
Don't
It
hold
was
back. Which
very
one?
it was very safe.
which one? Rhea Ripley?
Huh?
Jade,
Rhea
Rhea,
Ripley?
Nia? Which one?
The 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 Rhea Ripley or not sorry, not the Rhea Ripley. Yeah, it was the Rhea Ripley match. It seemed very
Rhea and
Rhea and
Raquel.
Roxanne.
Raquel.
Raquel.
Hey, okay. You said you don't want to be controversial. I'm gonna take the heat off. Ladies and gentlemen, I seen Rhea Ripley without makeup, and I never want to see that again. But I seen Raquel Gonzalez too.
Yeah, that
So that'll take some heat off you right now. Look, because Jim Cornette, one of the greatest managers in wrestling, he loved himself some Rhea Ripley, but to me,
I love you,
uh,
Rhea Ripley too. Oh
what you
yeah.
talking about from the neck up or the neck down? Because I told you about without that makeup, it's all nose.
Uh I just need to hear the voice and see the body, and I'm in. That's all.
Okay, all right, I can dig it.
It's a lot of like the voice. I'm a sucker for an Australian accent.
What the fuck? Okay, so Brad, in a quick
Yeah.
transition, can you tell me something?
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
He likes the big nose because she knows where
No,
to put it.
no, 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 no. Can you tell me?
Do whatever she wants.
Can you can you tell me? Can you tell me who won the NBA draft, Brad?
Who won the NBA draft?
Yeah,
That wasn't me. Why are you pointing at
No,
me? It
I'm no
wasn't
letting
me.
you no like I'm
Well, does that trade count? Because if that trade
yeah.
doesn't count,
Every
then
everything counts.
because I'm completely
he got a
oblivious to what's
trade.
going on. Oh, you
The
got
Hawks got a trade for Chris Dobbs, got rid of some dead weight, and
okay,
freed up some
Sure.
cap space.
okay.
And got
Actually, pause on that. Did
we
you
got a
see the conversations with
unprotected.
Malik Beasley have been tabled? because he is under investigation by the attorney general for some gambling shit.
Ooh.
Oh, where he gone? He gone.
Where's our which button is it right
They,
here?
they didn't play
Wait
that.
for it,
They
wait
didn't
for it,
play
wait
that shit.
for it. I don't know if it did it or not. Oh, I'm depressed.
He gone. He gone. Hey, he gone.
But yeah,
He fumbled his career at the goal line with the money on the line. They didn't let Pete Rose do it. They ain't gonna let him do it. He gone.
yep.
So yeah, he gone. But don't forget,
So
I also got a unprotected 2026. Whichever one is worse, Milwaukee or the Pelicans. I'm rooting for the Pelicans.
it's
They
gonna be
roster
the
stuff.
Pelicans.
Yeah. So I could win. I could theoretically go to the playoff in a down Eastern Conference with my roster
And still get a top 5 pick.
and maybe get Bryce James.
Can I interject something real quick?
Sure.
Who the hell names their team the Pelicans and wants to be taken seriously?
It's because they can't be called the Hornets.
Yeah, they can't be called the Hornets
The
because
Hornets are back in Charlotte.
so and the Pelicans is they weird ass state bird, by the way.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Pelican is
Uh-huh.
Louisiana favorite.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds like a real strong team.
I feel like every
Probably better
time
Not even
every
Mudhead.
time the,
Have
I know.
fucking the New Orleans Bourbon Street, the New Orleans Titty Flashers. I mean,
Hey, I watch them. I show up.
the New
I
Orleans
feel
Mardi
like
Gras.
every time the New Orleans Pelicans have a trade with my Hawks fleece the New Orleans Pelicans. They should stop trading with my Hawks. We rob them every time.
Dude, the Pelicans. No offense, but they draft great players.
And
Then
they're ran by the NBA. The
they trade
NBA,
away all their good players. I don't think that organization quite knows what the fuck you're supposed to do when you're an actual organization in a
where
sports league.
the actual organization is ran by the NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans does not have an owner, ladies and gentlemen. Or if it is, it's the New Orleans Saint owner, and he ain't really involved or
The
trying to
rest of the
sell.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Something going on with the Pelicans. But Brad, how do you feel your Pistons did?
I feel like with where we were at in the draft, seeing as how we only had a second round pick, I'm okay. I'm good with it. Chaz
You going
looks
to
like he could be something good. He's gonna come in and probably be a bench player, but that'll give him time to work on his defense and his passing. And once he shores that up, he's got the size to be something decent. He showed
you
hints
going
at being good last year in college.
you
The only
going to the
thing
play?
that hurts me now is probably not with Beasley probably going to the fucking clink. So even though we did good in the draft, we still got fucked in the off season. But that
I'm gonna
should
see
open up
them.
space for us to maybe do something. I know we're
I'm gonna
talking
see.
about Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Yeah, we are too. Good luck with that. We got a $30 million trade exception, $30 million in cap space,
We got
and
a
yeah,
free mid tier. Malik Beasley's gone, so I'm sure we'll get a bunch of money from that because he fucked up. So I mean, we're gonna have money to do shit by the time he's in the clinker.
let me ask you this though.
Am I
Looking at
excited?
looking at those rosters, if you are
I'm not excited.
Makil, if you're Makil Alexander Walker, right? If
Listen,
you
I
walk,
can hope. Okay, you don't take my hope away.
if you Walker, do you want to go to the playoffs with the Hawks, or you want to get crushed by the Hawks when you play the Pistons?
It depends who's gonna pay me more.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
I say if it come down to $5 million, if it come down to $5 million, I'm going to the playoff team. I'm sorry.
No, absolutely. Like I said, it all depends on the contract. And to be honest, I don't think it really matters with what Houston's been doing anyway.
Oh, so you think Houston gonna win it all?
As of right now, I think they've got the best shot at winning it all.
Hey, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, baby. You know what I mean? Houston versus Atlanta. Don't wind up in Vegas on that one. I think the Hawks will beat them. 36-year-old Kevin Durant. The oldest person on my team is 29-year-old Kristaps Porzingis, and he coming off my bench for like 28, 25 minutes a night.
Yeah, but they're basically the same size and the same player, except KD does it better.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep mine healthy. That's what I'm saying. Houston ain't gonna keep KD.
Did
KD is
you
gonna.
say Kristaps? I'm sorry. Did you say Kristaps, the unicorn Porzingis, healthy? Get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here, bro. He ain't been healthy a season in his life.
Hey man, I just need 65 games plus playoffs. They got that to
Okay,
pay
when you
3
put it
years in
that way,
Boston.
you got a 80% chance of that happening.
No. He did that all 3 years in Boston. I'm gonna get at least 65 games plus playoffs, and I'm good with that.
We'll see. I just have no faith in the unicorn anymore. I'm sorry.
I mean, he ain't not,
My fantasy team's
when,
been destroyed too many times from injuries by
when
him.
he's your fifth or sixth guy. Think about that. He ain't coming to Atlanta to be the guy. He coming to be like number 3, number 4, behind Trey Young, Jalen Johnson, who I just paid, who's my Scottie Pippen. I just drafted Reese Shea, number 1. Yeah, he's coming in to just be a part of the team, not the guy.
Scottie Pippen's such an underrated person, undershadowed.
Oh yeah,
He's a Hall of
yeah,
Famer with
yeah,
6
yeah.
fucking rings. How
I
is he
understand that.
underrated?
I know,
Hey,
meaning like
because he is the
because
greatest. They say he is the greatest Robin ever, but in essence, Scotty was a number 1. He was a Batman.
he was.
And without Scotty, Jordan never won anything, and more than
Oh yeah.
likely, without Scotty, wouldn't have won anything.
Yep. Yeah, they were both just as pivotal for one another. Without one another, they wouldn't have
Right,
done anything.
and that's not
So
argued.
he should, but he was never considered to be in the same echelon as Jordan. He was always beneath him.
But he should be. Okay. Do what I'm saying. If Jordan is number 1 on Mount Rushmore, if he's number 1, Scotty should be at least be 2 or 3. How not?
In my opinion, Scotty's number 3 on Mount Rushmore.
Nobody has Scottie Pippen on their Mount Rushmore. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, you may
No,
be that
in this
one Scottie
conversation, you're talking the Mount Rushmore conversation with him on it. As far as
He would be in my top 5. Pippen would be.
actual
Of like
top
people
5
to meet, he would like.
people to me.
Oh, I don't know, like
No, because see your top five is skewed because
Hashtag
look,
Shamu.
how in the fuck LeBron don't make it in your top 5? I can't
I
even keep
hate
him out
that
of mind.
motherfucker. He is
Yeah,
not
that's why.
King James. I am
Yeah,
King
hate
James.
it.
Kiss my ass from here to across the fucking street. Fuck him and his
Yeah, but
goddamn
hey, listen.
salary fucking shit that
You
he
should
does.
be mad. You should be mad at Brian Windhorst. You should be mad at Brian Windhorst because when Brian Windhorst went to the Akron, Ohio, and he saw LeBron walk in the air like Jesus, he named him King James and put it all over a magazine. Don't be mad at that guy, but goddamn Dunk walking on water. Be mad at the guy who told the world he Jesus.
I don't like him. I just don't. He tries. I just
He has never really referred to himself as King James. Never really. You know what I mean? There's a back tattoo or some shit like that. But I'm saying,
But he gets marketing payments off of that stuff, royalties.
wouldn't you?
I mean, I
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Got you there.
I just don't like the
Yeah.
guy. Hey, he's. It's okay for me to boo that man. I just don't.
It
I
is.
don't. I mean, he's got some good records and good numbers. Yeah, I give him that.
I ain't saying LeBron like the GOAT. I ain't even saying Jordan the GOAT. There's a guy by the name of Bill Russell who got 11 rings. Another guy by the name of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with 6 rings. So,
Yep.
so I don't even know if Jordan is actually the GOAT himself. You see what I'm saying?
He's the
But I
greatest
know
of his generation.
Yeah, he's the greatest in the late
he is the
80s, early 90s.
he is the greatest marketer of basketball history. He's the greatest marketing basketball has ever seen. Him and Spike Lee. I give you that. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm a Jordan fan. I just think, if I'm going back and I'm drafting and I get the number one pick in the draft and everybody in their prime, I don't know if I pick Jordan number one. I might pick Shaq or Kareem or Wilt Chamberlain. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of great
Chamberlain. I
NBA
put Will
players.
Chamberlain in my Mount Rushmore.
Well,
Yeah.
He's in my top 3. That's a motherfucker that
revolutionized.
Jeez, oh Pete, man.
Yeah.
There was a
And there was
there was a I know this is gonna sound weird, but there was a Harlem Globetrotter that was in my top 5. I can't remember his name.
that's not weird. That's not weird.
Like I grew up like watching them in the early to mid 80s is when
You
I
grew
started
with
watching. I think I was like 4 years old the first time I went to Harlem Globetrotter, and I watched them up until I was in my late teens.
yeah, all the Harlem Globetrotter could have went pro. All of them could have went pro.
God, man, I thought I was just like, oh, what team does this person play for? Like, oh, who do they play for? Who does this person play for? And as I got
I
older,
gotta
realized
wonder. I gotta wonder what the net worth is on the Harlem Globetrotters. I just gotta wonder.
I wonder how much they got paid. Because they didn't get paid enough, man. They played ball like for real ball.
Yeah, it could have been enough.
No.
All right, so we touched on AEW, we touched on the draft, we touched on Night of Champions. Anything else, fellas?
You been enjoying the heat?
Hell no. No. I was born in October, so I kinda like the fall. I hate this heat.
I don't
Yeah,
like
I
the
hate
heat. I was born August 5th, the hottest day of the year, and I fucking can't stand being hot. So I have
hmm
central air. So as long as I stay inside, I'm good.
Oh man, speaking of that, I ain't been outside in my wife's in a couple of weeks. So when we finish up here, I gotta go to like Publix or Walmart or somewhere and be around people. Then.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Not
Sarcasm.
really. Yeah. It'll be all right, I guess. It's just
What do we want to get into next week? We're gonna have some
oh,
fallout from Night of Champions.
Bojan retired.
who?
Bojan Bogdanovic.
Former Hall legend Bodan Bogdanovic retired. He should have. And thank you, Bo. Thank you, Bogan. Next week we'll
Might as well
cover
do some. I got a couple of more updates real quick. One sec.
run them up.
Gabriel Arias suffers a lower leg injury in the third inning of the game.
I didn't do it.
LeBron opted into his player extension.
Yeah,
52
$52 million, right? Yeah, $52 million.
$52.6 million. And here's one. Julius Randle returns to the Timberwolves on a 3-year, $100 million deal.
He got the same deal that Kyrie Irving. Well, Kyrie got 3 year. 3-year, 119. So he almost got the Kyrie Irving.
Yep. And we already talked about Malik Beasley's investigation. So
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
only current net worth notable for the Harlem Globetrotters, by the way, was from their 2006 sale when they were bought for $100 million.
Hey,
God damn. Who bought him?
Let me pull it back up. Like I said, it was 06. So
Hey, listen, Warner Brothers.
Manny Jackson sold the team to Shamrock Capital Advisors.
Okay. So to Warner Brothers Studio, I deserve a 5-year, whatever you gave Tony Khan. You lost $9 billion. Just put me in charge of creative, and we can make a shit ton of money. I am one of the greatest creators this generation has ever seen, and these people booking is making me sick to my stomach. If I have to watch one more fucking lucha tag match, I'm gonna hurt. This shit is
14-man match.
listen, man, you got the money. You got the money. Go out and find your Paul Heyman. Go out and find your fucking ideal guy like Dusty Rhodes, and then find your guy who can put that shit into play like JJ Dillon. You can book some dream matches. That's your lane, my brother. Yeah.
Paul
You're
Scott
not,
Moore.
no, please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
What?
Please,
Nah,
please,
he's not that bad.
please don't. Oh, please don't call Scott D'Amore. Please don't. Scott D'Amore had a goddamn generation to do something with TNA and never really did anything until the end. And
What
then
about Dick Carter?
then he tried to come in and steal the company from Anthem Sports like that was gonna work. No, please don't. Fuck that. I book
All
your
right.
shit. I book your shit for free just because I
All
gotta
right.
watch
We-
it.
we
That
just-
shit's
I mean,
horrible.
there you go, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we're not gonna no Scott D'Amore, no Dixie Carter. You call fucking Timothy the Canada's Bear. Get the shit done right.
Hey, Dixie can't book them, but well, I can't say I wouldn't doubt, but allegedly, you
You
know
book
what
a
I
good
mean?
fucking hairdo.
Yeah, she can book your talent in ways you wouldn't want them booked in. I'm just saying.
She'll book
Allegedly,
a fucking Nah.
allegedly, she thought he really was big sexy. I'm just saying.
What about the allegations that Vince Russo was had a
Now,
affair with Dixie?
everybody know Vin Russo ain't touching nothing. Everybody know Vin Russo ain't doing that. But ask yourself something, ladies and gentlemen. We all know wrestling. One or two of them wrestlers was touching something if she was letting it be touched.
Jerry Jarrett alleged that they were.
Yeah, and he was bitter though. Jerry Jarrett toward the end was bitter. He was mad at his son. He was mad at Dixie. He saw
was a good
TNA as his.
Or
He started TNA with his son, and he saw it as his last hurrah. And Dixie
quit,
came along and kind of fucked him out of that. You know, her and shit
quit
started.
because of fucking Vince. Yeah.
Hey, has
So
anybody done more damage in wrestling besides Vince Russo, other than Paul Heyman? And before people say, "Ooh, he said Paul Heyman," I hate ECW. Everything is garbage championship wrestling. That's all they took from ECW was the garbage. So yeah, Paul Heyman ruined wrestling way before John Cena got him. Fuck. Yeah.
okay.
There you go.
Then I will go Eric Bischoff, WCW, because of what they started with NWO, the whole factions everywhere, which now is why we have
Oh, I
too
thought you
many
was gonna
man.
say guaranteed contracts. I thought you was gonna
No,
say
not
too
guaranteed
many.
contract. No. I mean, that's where all
I
these
would have went.
factions come from. Everybody's got to have a multi-person faction.
Okay, what about everybody want creative control? WCW also did creative control, which killed them. In the end, creative control killed them. Not being able to tell Hulk Hogan to lay down for Sting or Goldberg in a pay-per-view
The
killed
days of creative,
WCW.
I feel like the days of creative control are long gone.
I feel like
Nobody,
John Moxley got creative control. I feel like John Moxley got creative.
He's got a goddamn point. Moxley does whatever the fuck he wants, whenever the fuck he wants, and it's usually fucking trash.
I
I
think John Moxley
feel like coming out of WWE, Dean Ambrose
Look,
said
the thing is that
John Moxley.
he is the fucking coke dealer to Tony Khan. Doesn't matter to
Oh,
me. Listen. Right on the goddamn.
I feel like, think about it. When Dean Ambrose left WWE, he said to himself, John Moxley will never have handcuffs on again. How do you guarantee you don't wear handcuffs? You tell the young bucks you don't create control. And you might be just a big enough star coming off WWE TV to get creative control. I'm just saying. I think John Moxley, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, If he's smart, goddamn the Australian guy.
Okay, so when people's contracts are up and you go to renew, do you change that verbiage in the contract? Do you take
If
away
I knew,
creative control?
okay. So look, if I knew that, goddamn, if I take away your creative control, you going back to the WWE, then maybe I goddamn negotiate. Hey, John, look, your shit suck, but I'll be willing to give you 5 or 6 more million or 10 more million, and they give you over the next 5 years. Maybe you give them a little bit more money because you know they shit suck. And to
Or
me, the
right,
first person I would want, creative control, also Chris Jericho. Yeah, yeah.
or do
Uh-huh.
you give them creative control with, approval? But all final, things go through this person.
Now, if I gave you creative control and I had the right to veto your shit, and you have to do ultimately what I say, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, then that ain't real creative control, though, is it?
No, like say, give creative control. Moxley's like, okay, sure, but everything has got to be, his ideas got to be run through Tony. Okay, Tony, this is what I'm wanting to do, and if Tony don't like it, then Tony can say no, go back to the
What if you
drawing
got a
board.
guy? See, you really need somebody that'll filter that garbage. Like, why would we give you a hardcore match on TV? Can anybody tell me that? What's the purpose? Hardcore matches should be reserved for the shit you pay for.
Yeah, you make it for some what you're going to pay for. Don't give it away for free.
PLEs, pay-per-views.
Well, PLEs are
And
premium
Tony,
live.
no, no, what I'm saying,
You
and
have a
Tony Khan should
subscriber.
run.
You have to
No,
have a
no,
subscriber to
no.
the
Tony
stream.
Khan runs pay-per-view events. Tony Khan run pay-per-view events.
Yeah, but he
When you
doesn't get.
click AEW, you gotta pay $50.
Okay, on the flip side, have you looked at the numbers for pay-per-view buys for AEW events?
I'm assuming it's like the same 439,000 motherfuckers that tune in on Thursday night or Wednesday night.
It's even less than that.
So it's down to like 200,000.
Well, give me 1 second here, and I'll Googlefy it.
200,000 pay-per-view buy, 200,000 pay-per-view buys time $49.99, and you get to keep 50% of that, and you get the other 50% to max. You still killing them. You still making it in.
Between
Bless.
110 and 120,000.
Okay,
Times what?
how much are
49.
the pay-per-views?
$50.
So we'll say it's
Okay,
115,000 in the middle.
6 million.
600 and what?
5.75 million. So they're making 6 million a pay-per-view. But you know
They
damn
make it.
well, but
They
he's
pocket.
spending. But you know well he's
They
spending
pocketing.
like that
Hold on.
fucking
He
producing.
pocketing three. He pocketing $3 million every time he do a pay per view.
There's
Now
no way.
you can say what you want about his roster high. His roster is being paid for about at $499 million that HBO Max gave.
Hey, he's paying for those fucking songs every time Kenny Omega comes out to use some new fucking song from the 70s or 80s,
No, no,
whatever
no.
fucking
Hey,
video
look,
game
if
song he's dreaming up in his head. That's
if
2 million
if
right
it,
there.
if it me or any other guy that's about to negotiate with Warner Brothers Discovery, and you know you can churn out shows like ice cream. You get what I'm saying? Your starting flow should be Tony Khan, but look at his product. If you paying $500 million for that, and I know I can write you a hit, or somebody else know they can, you just painted yourself in a box. Why would I take less than that?
Plus, he pays for catering, he pays for hotel, he pays for transportation.
Private jet. He owns a private jet anyway for the NFL. He has a what you call it? He got a hotel deal through the NFL. All this shit he paying for anyway.
You think he's doing it as a tax write-off?
Yeah, of course. All
Okay.
this shit being filed, up under the Jacksonville Jaguar brand and
I
all the
do
rest
that.
of that shit. Yeah,
I
all that
do.
shit being filed together. They not missing no money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, Tony Khan's a very wealthy man. They making billions of dollars off bumpers.
That's true. That's true. He still needs somebody he still needs somebody on creative because whatever they're doing ain't working.
It's not.
He's got at least 6 people that should be main event caliber people.
Shit, he got more than that, but some of them are buried on Ring of Honor, which has no TV. They got 200,000 people subscribing a month, paying $9.99 though, so that's some more money for you. See, he find up under his couch cushions is millions of dollars. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, he ain't worried. Like, he ain't worried about this wrestling war. He like, they gonna have another scandal. They gonna lose another $9 billion. Tony ain't gonna lose $9 billion. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, he bulletproof. His pockets are bulletproof. He bought AEW and goddamn Ring of Honor with his daddy's pocket money. I ain't even trying to be funny.
Yeah, he's just using his inheritance. That's all. He's just burning that up.
Yeah, and he ain't even use a lot of it. He just used a little bit. You can't burn it up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so he could be doing that and investing, the money that he's making right now into other things, that he's making in profits.
Listen. Tony Khan family, right? Tony Khan family is making over $1 billion in patents in the United States. They're never going out of business. They're never gonna run out of money. It ain't shit we can do. As long as we gonna drive a car, he gonna make whatever the fuck he gonna make for them bumpers. And he the only one gonna make it. Imagine that shit. They got bumpers on everything. Trucks, trains, and shit. Anything you need a bumper on, he got it. Nah, he bulletproof. That's why he got damn giving Will Ospreay $5 million of Sasha Banks supposed
and he's also paying to fly him back and
$10
forth.
million.
Ospreay,
Yeah, flying you home.
Flies him home.
Yeah, on their private jet. Tap right off, getting all that money back. And his contract and his tickets are significantly lower than the WWE. If you're a wrestling fan, you gonna fuck around and go.
There's another piece of news. What do you think about that Jake Paul fight?
They say he won.
Yeah, against Cesar Chavez Jr. He's gonna continue to win. He's never gonna lose because he puts it in the fucking contract these motherfuckers sign.
Hey man, I just know, a good rig fight can make everybody a lot of money. Don King made a lot of money rigging fights, allegedly.
Allegedly.
For real.
Yeah, but it's Paul. Who gives a fuck?
That's what I'm
Seriously.
saying. So, he's just making that Netflix money. You get what I'm saying? Is that the news, boy? My guys, is that the news?
I think that is everything that brings us just about up to date.
Ladies and
Hopefully,
gentlemen,
Monday
this
night.
is
Go ahead.
Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw.
Monday. See where they go with who's going after John Cena, who's going after.
So
they got old.
We also got coming up. Yeah, I was gonna say Saturday night's main event. We got summer league basketball coming up. Brad, you get to see what your second round pick can do in real life Vegas competition. NFL is having mini camps, and it's things happening around sports, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna keep you abreast. But I think this episode of the session is over. Thank you for joining us.
Burn them if you got them.
Yeah, man.